Morning. Today I'm going to tell you guys what made me into the Blue Dragon, how it all happened and how it started. It was a long time ago. I owned a restaurant in Little Italy, and there was about 30 of us that worked at this restaurant. And one day one of the girls says this chakra reader's coming in from another city. So at the time I was like the type of guy that would be like, is it true? Is it fake? I'll know the truth. I will read into it and I'll uncover what's real, what's not, and I will tell everybody the truth of this because I'm really good at looking into things and making sure that the truth is there. So she came in, she did everybody's chakra reading, and the next day I says, let me read your chakra readings. So I read everybody's chakra reading, and to my surprise, she pinpointed everybody's energy, everybody exactly how they were, what type of person they were, what was going to happen to them, what happened to them in the past. She pinpointed everything, and I was shocked. So I says the next day, I says, I want to get mine done. I want to see what she says because she had everybody else so pinpointed. So she did mine the next day, and mine was different than everybody else's because everybody else had one page written out of information. But mine went for like hours, and it was 30 pages long. It had so much more information, so much more detail, so much more insight. So I knew it was different. I knew that because the information was so much more, it showed so much more strength, so much more depth, so much more knowing, so much more awareness. So I read it and read it and read it, and I was so surprised how much she knew about me. And she told me things about the future and things that I would practice and things that I would get good at, and they all came true. So I went on my spiritual journey after that for the past 30 years, right? And I kept on working towards spirituality and following my path, my spiritual path. And many things in my spiritual path came up, that she said was going to happen and did happen. And I had a really weird life because I saw things that no human was able to see. I went to this one house. I was a contractor. I went to this one house, and right away I stepped outside because I says, there's a monster in your house. I could just feel this monster presence. And she says to me, she goes, tell me more, because there was something going on in this house. And I says, I just sensed my feelings, and I says to her, this monster's after some man that lives here. She goes, yes. She goes, tell me more. And I says, well, she's after him because he's depressed. She goes, yeah, he is. So then I thought, okay, so I says to her, oh, there's a little white dog beside you. She goes, oh my God. She goes, that's our dog that just died. And then I thought, weird. See, so it's all connecting. So I ended up getting the job. 1 week later, I go there with these two native people to help me do the job, and they were semi-spiritual. And they right away said, there's something in this house. And I says, I says, so you sense it too. So there was 3 of us that could sense this energy. And so I kept on working and thinking, how am I going to get rid of this monster? Because, I should help this family, help get rid of this thing, whatever this thing is. And because I'm spiritual, I can probably pull this off. This was the first time I ever confronted a monster inside someone's house. So I didn't really know what to do and how to do it. Kept on working for the whole week, and then at the end of the week, I found a box of candles in the basement as I was throwing everything out. So I lit them all up, and I put them all around the whole basement. And I says to the guy that's working with me, I says, go upstairs. I says, and shut off the lights when you get up there. He shut off the light. He was upstairs. I sat in the middle, and I just prayed and prayed and prayed. And as I was praying, I was almost like in a deep conversation with this supernatural evil being, talking about how it wasn't doing good, it was doing evil, and it had to leave. And I was telling it, I'm going to push you out. You are not allowed to stay here. You're not invited anymore. You were never invited. You know, the door's shutting on you. You are being shut out of this home. And I rebuke you, and I do not accept you to be in this home. You are not allowed. You do not have the right. And I was praying to God, please help me, God, help me release this being and let this being go to where it should be going. Let it move on to another place. And as soon as I said it at the very end and I said my prayers, at the very end, I could feel this lightness come from inside me. And it was like I was lighter. And once I felt lighter, I just opened my eyes and I had this feeling like it's gone. I could feel this lightness. And as soon as I felt that, the kid that was working with me runs down the stairs, bang, 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 bang. And he says, Gino, there's a whole bunch of people around the house, dancing in a circle, holding hands, in robes. And we're in the middle of nowhere. We're at this farm in the middle of nowhere, this acreage with like 50 acres in the middle of nowhere. I says, no, there's no people outside. He goes, yes, there is. I know what I saw. And I says, those are not people. I says, do you really think people would just suddenly come here holding hands around this house, running in a circle? I says, do you think that would actually happen out in the middle of nowhere? I says, those were angels. So basically what happened was when I did this clearing, the angels came down, danced in a circle around the home, and as they were going around in this circle, in the middle, they were pushing out this monster from the middle to be released up and take care of this dark monster. So after that, I knew more of who I was and what I was, because I was fighting monsters. And that wasn't the first time. I fought them after that, and after that, and after that. And one day when I saw the angels, I realized what they were. And when I realized what they were, I realized what I was. One of them, I believed, on earth. Whether I'm their blood, doesn't matter. Whether I'm one of them, doesn't matter. Whether I'm human helping them on their right-hand side, doesn't matter. But I knew what I was. I was their warrior, the one who they go through to take care of the darkness on this planet. So I named myself the Blue Dragon as one of them, the one who fights the darkness, the red dragons, and the red beings, and the evil beings, the red ones. I am blue, they're opposite. The one who will always be here to take out the darkness. This is what I do and what I love to do. And it's my greatest love on this planet is to destroy darkness. It's what I love. There is so much darkness out there. It's everywhere. It's in everything. And I love cleaning it up. Clean up the mess. Clean up the mess. This is what I love to do. I am its opposite. I am the Blue Dragon, and I will take care of all that darkness, always and forever. This I swear to my God, to my Father. This is I swear to the people down on earth. I will be there to take out that darkness constantly, and it will not win, because my light is so much stronger than their dim light that they don't have. You see, dark angels, they are dim. They are black because they don't have the light. So they turned black, and they turned gray, and they turned without color, almost like they have no food and energy in their body. But the good angels are iridescent, beautiful and bright with light, because they are full of love and not full of this darkness that has weighed them down like the lower angels. Us lighter angels, we have more power. We have more strength, more light, more love. We have more all of it. And we will win at the end of the day. Yes, we will. We will win. And say goodbye to that darkness very soon, because the darkness soon is going to climax to its top. And after that, it's the light's turn. And we will prevail, and we will take them down. I promise you this. Have a good day, you guys. Bye-bye.